Hello guys, welcome to TMX Adventures. Lisa here. How are you today? I hope your day has been fantastic. Today I'm getting ready early to make a dinner. Just wanting to get it done out of the way, and I'm going to make a savoury mince dish. Now this recipe is not on Cookie Do, it is a manual recipe. You can do it in a TM31, TM5, TM6 or whatever thermo cookie you've got, and it's really simple. If you are still doing mince on a stovetop or in a fry pan, today's the day where I show you that it doesn't need to be done like that to create amazing dinner. So come with me, I'm going to show you. This is really a base to do so many other things with. You can turn this into so many different things. Like, it doesn't have to be just mince as it is. You can put the Worcestershire sauce, you can put whatever your stock standard stuff is that you would put through your mince on the stovetop, you can do that, okay? But I'm just going to show you the base today of how this is made and a few changes as well. Do say hi if you're watching on today. I'm hoping my internet speed is enough that you can catch this online, but if not, of course, replays are available on YouTube as well. So do make sure you are liking, subscribing, all those jazz, so that the different platforms know that you're there. Now, first things first, we're going to put into the bowl our onion cut in half. That's pretty stock standard. Where's my onion? Here it is. By the way, you might see, or you might not be able to see yet, but the Vorwerk is here. We're going to Vorwerk our mince. So in goes this onion. I peeled it. I would normally put a garlic clove in as well, or some minced garlic, or a teaspoon of garlic powder. Forgot to bring it in with me. I'll just put it in later off camera. Okay, totally forgot. This is such a simple recipe. This is like a two-step recipe, okay? So watch this. It is so easy and amazing. Next up, I'm putting in a zucchini. So I've just gone out to the garden and picked mine. Okay, they're a bit waterlogged at the moment because we've just had rain today. So I'm going to chuck that in. These are yellow zucchinis. I do even use the little prickly stem. It's okay, it's edible. Now, normally I would chuck a carrot into this and some capsicum. I did have capsicum in the veggie patch. I forgot to grab it. So I'll leave that out. That's sometimes things, sometimes not. I don't have carrots at the moment. I haven't shopped. Those of you who know, you know I've been away at Thermo at Port Douglas for a big chunk of last week. Got back super late Saturday night, kind of not quite sorted yet. Okay, so I haven't grocery shopped yet, but that's okay because I've got a veggie patch full of veggies. So what I did have is good old beetroots. So root veggies. Don't tell the kids. I'm not sure that they'll know or not that it's in there. So normally I chuck a couple of carrots in, and probably a bit more zucchini usually too, but that's what I had in the veggie patch. So this is what's going in. Okay, that's it. Now we're going to put the lid on, and this is actually going to be our steaming food. Okay, so it is what is going to steam our mince with some other stuff on the mince. Don't steam your mince plain. It will be dry as dry can be and not pleasant. So just wait a second. I'm going to show you how to do that. But first of all, we need to chop this down, right? So 3 seconds on speed 7 is our chop down. Let's do this. And we've chopped it. How cool is that? So wait for the arms. And our base is actually ready now. Normally I put a bit of oil in there, but again, I didn't bring the oil with me. Nope. So I'm just going to put that in off camera later as well. I will get this cooking still. I can see a hunk of beetroot that didn't chop down nicely, so I'll just put it a bit longer, shall I? Really easy to fix it if it's not right. They probably should have been cut in half. Listening for the sound of it sounding like it's chopped. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Vorwerk and it's going to go on top. So I've probably got chopped in there. Oh look, there's still one bit of beetroot. There's one little bit of beetroot that doesn't want to be chopped. I'll deal with it later. It's going to get cooked anyway, so I'll chop it down at the end if it's still intact. Okay, it's only a little bit like that. Normally I'd scrape on the side, normally I'd add some oil. Let's just say I'm still getting into the swing of life, especially since being sick as well. It's really has knocked the wind out of my sails the last couple of months. You guys know that. But I am back, okay? Even though I still have a cough, I am back. So, on with our Vorwerk. By the way, awesome announcements at Thermo. If you've ever thought about joining the business, half-price business kit. So if you've already got a TM6, $75 to join the business, which is awesome. You know, for 3 sales in your first 2 months in business, if you do 3 sales, you get a free cutter and a free blade cover. If you do 6 sales, you get a free bowl set. Like, it's such good value. And not to mention, the actual $75 you pay gets you a travel bag, a thermo server, a whole lot of, or like all the stuff you need. You don't need to like outlay any more money. Like it's a bargain for what you're getting in that kit alone. Plus you get training, plus you get to work with me if you want to work with me. If you want more information, let me know. All right, so that was a pretty cool announcement at ThermoFest. And going along with that was also, if you don't have a TM6, I'm just arguing with this bag with mince in it. If you don't have a TM6 already, that's okay. You can do our Earn, and they've actually reduced the cost of the Earn program down. So it actually has come down to $420. So you can get your Thermomix for a $420 deposit, and then a $75 business kit. So you're less than $500. And then you do your 60-day program, and in that, if you sell your 6, you get a whole lot of money back. If you only sell like 3, you're actually getting a half price Thermomix. You just pay the difference. Like it's a pretty sweet deal. Each one reduces the price. So if you're sitting here watching and you're like, I don't have a TM6, I can't join, the Earn program is what you need. Or maybe you've got a TM6 already and you're like, hey, I want a second one. So it's a pretty sweet deal to be able to earn a second one as well. So that was a pretty cool announcement at ThermoFest. I'm pretty excited about that. So, Mince, today doing an errand to go get some chicken feed because we've got some baby chicks at the moment, and the butchers are in town, so fair way away, so I made the most of it. I've got some really nice mince from the real butchers, which I love. So I'm going to put into it about, you can go up to 1 kilo, but I'm actually going to ration this out because we don't get really good mince that often. So I'm going to put 700 grams into my Baroma. If I pulled this recipe down and I just put 500 grams into it, or even less, you can just use your simmering basket, okay? But I'm going to use the top. So this recipe could be portioned down to half or less, okay? So if you're serving just yourself, because I know some of you guys do, you're just cooking for you or your other half, then that's okay. Don't feel like you're going to use 1 kilo of mince. If you normally use 200 grams, simmering basket instead for you, okay? And just portion this down. It's really not a particular recipe that has to be, you know, spelt to the T. So I'm going to put in 700 grams of mince. This is beef mince. Excuse me while I topple this in. I reckon you could use like lamb and pork and all those sorts of things. The only thing that might be different is you may end up with a runnier product at the end. I don't know if you can hear me over the plastic bag. Just let me break off one more chunk. Sometimes, depending on the meat you use, you may end up with your mince may come liquidy, like the water's come out of the mince. So what you can do is thicken it with corn flour, okay? So it really is unpredictable. It really depends on your mince, where you're getting it from. That'll do. I probably should put a bit more in, but that's okay. It really depends on the quality of your mince as to how much water's in it, and that is unpredictable. I can't tell you the exact equation for yours. What I tend to do is when I, at the end, combine all this into one, I look at it and I give it a good stir through, because then I get those veggies hidden in with it, and I decide, is it thick enough? If it's not thick enough, get a little jar, put a big tablespoon of corn flour, some water, probably about that much water, give it a shake, and then while it's still piping hot, pour it in and stir it through with the spatula. It has to be piping hot. Corn flour will not thicken unless it's 90 degrees or higher. So if you've let it cool, it's not going to thicken, and then you'll have to heat it back up, and then you risk losing texture of mince. Does anyone game enough to say that they've actually ever done that, where they've cooked their mince in the bowl and then you've ended up with like a mush? It's not pleasant, I know. You only do that once before you kind of don't do that again. So don't do that. Don't cook your mince in the bowl, okay? Because it's a really fine line between cooked and paste. Paste is not pleasant, okay? Because we lose that texture so much. So with the top, I've got my mince in here, my 500-ish grams of mince. A couple of things I need to add. I need to add good old-fashioned tomato paste, okay? Now, it's about, if I've got, it's about that. It's about a heaped tablespoon. I know I've got a teaspoon here, but that's because the others are all in the dishwasher, okay? We have a spoon shortage at my house. Then you need your good-fashioned veggie stock. You've got veggie stock. If you don't have veggie stock, let's jump online and cook together and cook you veggie stock. A heaped tablespoon again of this. And do you notice how I'm putting it? You can't see on this one, but I'm putting it on top of the meat. Okay, I'm purposely putting it on top of the meat because we are going to stir this through in a minute. Without something moistening this meat, you're going to end up with dry, horrible meat. Okay, we don't want that. Now, the other thing to add is the equivalent of a tin tomato. If you've got 1 kilo, add an 800 gram tin of tomatoes. I've got that middle ground, so I'm going to add about 400 or 500 grams. And again, over the top of your meat, we're going to stir it through. I've cooked up my own tomatoes, so my tin tomatoes is cooked up cherry tomatoes from the garden. That's how I deal with the overabundance of tomatoes we've got. I just cook them and put them in the fridge. I don't have a canner, so I can't do anything fancy with them. And this is actually going to provide both some steaming liquid underneath, but more importantly, keep it nice and soft on top. So I'm looking for 400 grams or thereabouts. You can see all the seeds of the cherry tomatoes in that. And now this is the important part. This is where we stir it together so that it cooks without it being stale, okay, and dry. So something else that I'd like to point out at this point in time is when you get to the point in a second of spreading this out on the Vorwerk, always leave yourself a steam hole, okay? So the steam needs to escape. If the steam doesn't escape, you're going to, number one, not cook well. You're just going to end up with a cooked chunk in the middle. And number two, you'll notice you'll come back later and the steam will be bubbling out the front here. Okay, the steam will be pushing out the front here instead of up your Vorwerk. So just something to be mindful of. Very important, I guess, when you get to that 1 kilo point, because you've got a lot of food in here at 1 kilo. Now what I'm doing in here is I'm breaking up the mince chunks. This is a premium mince. It's good quality mince. Yours may look more like supermarket mince where it's all red and bally kind of. It breaks up a lot easier, you'll know. So I'm just stirring this through and breaking it up a bit. Now I do need to do a stir through halfway through. That is going to get the texture that you and your family appreciate and like. Also, at this point in time, if you would like to add spices, so you're turning this into tacos and you'll put taco spice mix on there. This is the time, do it. If you want to put Worcestershire sauce, this is the time. Whatever you'd normally put into your savoury mince, now is the time. It's not too late later. So at the point of this being cooked in half an hour, you tip this into here. You could do it then too. So that's not too late, but I would say infuse it with your food now. At the moment, I don't have a hole in the center. If I start steaming this, okay, it's not going to steam very well because there's no hole. So Lisa, what do you mean by a hole? Simple as push it to the side, like so. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to cook it for 15 minutes at Vorwerk on speed 2. We're going to come back in 15 minutes, and obviously I'm not going to jump online again because this is pretty self-explanatory. In 15 minutes you're going to stir it again and cook it for another 15 minutes. The stirring again, break up the meat to the texture you like, okay? And then, guess what? You're done. And all you do is you transfer from the Vorwerk, or if you've done a small batch, the simmering basket, into the cooked down meat mix. That's not meat, that's veggies. Cooked down veggie mix. Stir it with the spatula. Don't use the Thermomix, it will chop it too fine, okay? Stir it with the spatula and then use it however you want to use it. So for me, I'll be cooking pasta in the Thermo server, the gluten-free pasta for the kids. They'll put this on top of the pasta with grated cheese on top, and this is their favorite meal ever, okay? But we also use this when we're making lasagnas, as I said, tacos, nachos, shepherd's pie. This is the mince recipe I use. Okay, now it is on Recipe Community. I have been told that there's a step missing in it, that it's somewhere it actually isn't telling you after onion to add the other veggies. I don't know why. I've gone and tried to edit it, it's still missing. So I do apologise if you're going to look for that. Let me know if you need me to send you the actual recipe. Okay, I'll put a recipe card together for those of you who want this recipe, and you can get it off my site then. So if that's something of interest to you, let me know. I'm more than happy to put that together for you because I don't know why. And I don't know if it's when people just are bringing it to Cookie Do, because you can take your Recipe Community recipes and bring them over to Guided. So I'm not sure if that's the problem, but I've heard from multiple people. So you can do 1 kilo worth of veggies, 1 kilo worth of mince, 800 grams worth of your tomato, plus your big scoops by that stage of tomato and veggie stock, tomato sauce, tomato paste and veggie stock, or any ration of. You can break it as small down as you want to make it just perfect for your size if you like as well. Okay, so I'm going to get this cooking. It's going to take a total of half an hour. It will take, possibly, depending on your meat, you may find yourself putting an extra 10 minutes on at the end. So do be mindful if you've got a full kilo in there, you may need more, okay? I am going to add to this off camera garlic paste. I am also going to add oil. I have done it without the oil. It just does burn to the bottom a little bit, but it doesn't wreck your food, okay? And it doesn't wreck your bowl. It just leaves marks. But yeah, otherwise I hope you give this a go. I hope this has inspired you. I look forward to coming to you more often. Okay, I do apologise for the times I've been away lately, and well, actually not away, well, away with last week, sick before that. But I'm really hoping that this is the end of it and into a new season. I'll be able to come to you more frequently and inspire you with your Thermomix. Do jump over to my website if you want more information on getting a Thermomix. Just sign up to even if you want to subscribe to my website to be first to know things as I learn things, then that's over there as well. There are some courses over there. So there's a whole lot of you recently who have joined my bakery challenge. A whole lot of you last month just jumped in and signed up to that challenge. That's heaps of fun watching you guys and hearing from you about your croissants and your sourdough and pretzels and bagels, and that course is over there. It's for you guys. It has a part that you're welcome to join into a coaching call with me if you'd like. It's not about making the Thermomix part of it. That's easy. It's actually about the techniques of what we do with it after the Thermomix part, okay? So if you're interested, if you are still buying bakery stuff, go check out that, okay? It's getting, like, people who are doing it at the moment are just loving it. So go check that out. I've got a cheese course over there and a beginner's course too. So do check that out. But otherwise, I hope you've enjoyed. Give this recipe a go. I can't wait to hear from you. And if you do want information about joining the business and you are in Australia, reach out. I'd love to have you on the team so I can give you more information on that. But take care. And I'm going to spin this to speed 2. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.